My fiance's sister and her husband came over for dinner last night. They have a 5-year-old daughter, Emily. Some background: Emily is a very curious girl and loves to play and explore, and she really loves playing dress up. I have a pretty nice clothing/shoe collection that I showed Emily one of the first times she came over. Since then, I have let Emily borrow many items of my clothing to try on for fun and put on fashion shows with. I was completely okay with this until this summer when Emily asked to try on a pair of my expensive heels. This was partially my fault in that I said yes, but couldn't monitor her the entire time because I was busy preparing food for a lunch party I was setting up. I thought that her parents were watching her since they saw her put them on, but apparently not. I come back to check in on her 20 minutes later and she had cut one of the bows off of the shoes and was in the process of cutting off the other one. I was absolutely horrified and immediately stopped her, which resulted in a huge tantrum. Her parents rushed in and were asking her what happened and she said she didn't like the look of the bows and wanted them off, so she found scissors from my office which she wasn't supposed to go into at all. I was extremely upset at this and had to excuse myself to calm down. After, my fiance's sister and husband apologized and seemed really sorry, but never offered to pay for the cost of repair. My fiancé, unbeknownst to me at the time, had then reached out to his sister to ask her to either buy me a new pair or pay for the repair. After a week, I got a random text from his sister asking me if I'd like them to pay for the cost of repair. I declined because it sounded like she was forced to send the text. Fast forward to last night. It's their family's first time seeing us after the engagement, which happened 3 weeks ago, yay. It was Emily's first time seeing the ring, so she kept asking me to show her and I did multiple times. After dinner, we were all sitting on the couch and Emily asked to see the ring again, except this time she asked if she could try it on. I was expecting my fiance's sister to intervene immediately and tell her that isn't appropriate, but she said nothing and just laughed. I was personally uncomfortable with the idea of her trying it on because 1, the ring is very personal to me and very expensive, and 2, I was still slightly scarred after the whole shoe incident and was worried about something like that happening again. I basically said something like, "Oh, this ring is very dear to me and I would like to keep it on my finger, but I can give you one of my other rings to try on if you'd like." She said no and asked again. I repeated myself. She started getting teary and that's when her mom intervened and said, "Oh, man, just let her try it on for a second, she's not gonna break the damn thing." I was getting annoyed at this point, so I just said I'd really prefer not. Cue awkward silence. Then her husband says, "Well, we should get going." But before they went out the door, my fiance's sister said, "Well, now I get why you two don't want children, it's probably better off for everyone." I was immediately shocked by this absurd statement and my fiancé goes, "That was fucking uncalled for," and she said, "It's just the truth," and rolled her eyes and they all left. Now my fiancé's refusing to speak to his sister and has told me that we're not having her back again and everyone's just overall upset. My fiancé doesn't blame me, but I can't help but think that maybe I should have acted differently. Am I the problem here?